like, this is kind of starting to set in? Is there a game maybe that you learned, got the idea that the defensive program is starting to get to where you want to?
Well, we played Michigan State, and it was, we're on the road, and we're ahead 9-3 late in the fourth quarter, on the road, and defense is just playing lights out. They really were. They were playing awesome. I know we didn't finish, and we got. I still remember the third and like 26 that we gave up in that game. We gave up 24 yards, and they got 4th and 2, and they got the first down and went on in to score. So, but my point is that on the road against a good football team, our defense was just absolutely slamming the door on these guys, time and time again. Weren't scoring a whole lot of points on offense. The pressure was on the defense, and they just kept stepping up. So, but it's got to finish, So, but to me, that wouldn't have happened in the past. So I just think that there's, a different expectation for how we play, and we just got to get both sides, playing the way I think we can.
Stevie Scott had an impressive freshman season. What have you and the coaches told him about elevating his game in year 2, and what's his potential as a running back overall?
Yeah, well, first of all, I know Coach Hart's done a great job of challenging him because, we've seen a lot of guys have, big freshman campaigns and then kind of lay an egg as a sophomore because they get, they think they got something going on and they don't prepare the same way. And so, but I tell you what, one thing that I think helps him is the fact that he's got a whole bunch of guys in that room that are very talented. And so because of that, he better not let up, because if he does, he's not going to get to play as much. And so to me, even though he had a great freshman season, it really has nothing to do with his sophomore season. It may give him confidence, but it's not going to give him any yards at all. So he has to reinvest and take his preparation to another level, which you think about it, he only got to campus midsummer last year. And so this was his first full off season as a college athlete. So I expect him to be a better football player than he was last year, and he has to keep his edge because he's got guys nipping at his heels to take his place. So competition does that for you. And I can't, create that, even though you try to as a coach, but there's nothing like the power of knowing somebody can take my job. And they're good enough to take my job. And so with Cole and Sampson and all those guys back there, and Ronnie and all of them. So to me, it's just, I expect him to elevate his game. And I don't know if I have as many yards or not. We got more guys to give the ball to, but that really doesn't matter. The key is does our total yards of rushing go up? That's the key. Because once again, it's not about him, it's not about me, it's not about his stats, it's about the team. And whatever we got to do to help the team get better, we just got to continue to be a team that can run the football and run it when we want to run it.
Coach, it looked like out of your newcomers, those two guys that haven't made it to campus are Sean Brown and Antoine Whitaker. Can we kind of update on where things stand with them?
Yeah, we got an update recently, and they're taking care of their business and doing what they need to be doing to get here. And unless something dramatically changes between now and report date, I expect them to be here. So, but they're not here yet. So, but I expect them to be here.
Just getting back to the defense and the time it was taking at 2, 3 in the morning or whatever it was. I mean, you hear stories of coaches that they would sleep in the office. I mean, how do you find the balance yourself in terms of what's too much and how were that fatigue and how is it actually manifesting itself on game day?
Yeah, and I slept in my office for the first time this past year, and I've never done that here. I've done it other places, but I've not done that here. And I'm like, I'm not doing this. I mean, it's not. I didn't get any sleep. Sleeping on the couch, was crappy. It's not very comfortable. So I didn't get a good night's sleep, and so it was not good. It's not how you want to be, because you're not refreshed, you're not ready to go. I just feel like that. But that's kind of what it came to, And so, because to me, I'm like, by the time I get up, go home, drive, come back, well, I might as well just stay here. And I don't even live that far from school, So, but I just feel like that you got to take care of yourselves. My whole thing is I want to do this for a long time. I want to be the head coach of Indiana for a long time. So to me, I want to build a program that I can sustain and do it this way over and over and over again. And burning the candle on both ends like that to me wasn't productive. And I think it, probably not very smart either, because your health is a variable, and I want to take care of myself.
Having games on the back of jerseys, back this year, I should say. How have you seen the players respond?
They were excited. Oh yeah, they were excited. So, I mean, matter of fact, I had parents texting me. They were fired up. I mean, so it was very positive, for sure.
How did that decision come about? Was that the players approaching you or anything?
No, and just kind of something just big picture wise, just trying to get everybody on the same page, because all sports have done that, but football's different. It really is. So I just think just kind of realizing that, yeah, it's got some neat concepts to it, because it definitely fits in with the LEO, and it's not about me, I get that. But when you have double numbers and, if people's faces are covered and they're far, stands are far away, I mean, it's just, I think it makes a lot of sense to be able to have that. So, yeah, we're different than every other sport in Indiana, but I think understandably so.
You mentioned the D-line and May as a unit that needed to develop. Have you seen anything this summer that's impressed you?
Well, to me, it's just the fact that we got a whole room full of guys there that are getting bigger and stronger and more explosive, and that's what it takes, So from a power perspective, we don't have a bunch of huge guys, but we got a bunch of guys that can run and guys that are physical. They're getting a lot stronger. And so to me, and I know Coach Hagan and Coach Oliver have been working with them overtime as much as to get these young guys ready and getting them prepared in the classroom and all the hours that we can use for that. So, I mean, I think they're putting as much in as they can, and I think that CO is a guy that's a 320-pound guy that's very strong in his lower body especially. So I think he has a chance to help us early. CJ Person's another one that really probably has come in very well prepared. He's 285 pounds and strong, and so I think those two guys have kind of stuck out to me, that they have maybe the physical ability to come in and play earlier, than maybe you might think. And so I'm hoping those guys can do that, and we need them to. I'd be disappointed if they didn't. But the nice thing too is with the 4 game, we can get several of those guys involved. Even get a chance to get Bo. Bo's going to be a great player for us. He just needs to get bigger and stronger. And so, but I think he's a guy I can foresee because he'll be mentally ready to play and understand everything schematically. We'll do a great job, and I just, to me, it's. I love the whole group. I really do. I just think, Alan Stallings has really kind of become he's a quiet guy, but he leads by how hard he plays and his preparation. And James Head needs to take that next step as a leader and elevate himself. And Gavin McCabe and Gavin Everett, both guys, they're just going to play and on and on and on. And Drums are probably our most talented guy. And he's had his best summer by far, so that encourages me. And then Juan's been a huge, he's a different guy than he was the last time he was here, so that's encouraging. And we need him. That's why we went and got him, and I believed in him and gave him a second chance, and he's done a great job of proving that, he deserved an opportunity to come back and get it right, So, but it's, once again, I don't know if I've, Passmore, he's another one that he's came in here and, I like he came here, I tell you, he didn't come here to sit down. I mean, we had our first player practice. He's like, he was all mad because he didn't get any reps. I'm like, you just got here. I'm like, it takes time to be able to. He said, Coach, I came to play. I said, I understand. I love that mindset, So I said, don't lose that, but don't have a negative. But you got to talk him through it. But no, that's the way he expects to play, and I love it, And Madison Norris, I think, is going to have a chance to help us, rush the passer, So those are just, we're going to need them all. And he's got to keep coming and keep bringing them, but it's just his body, its mass, its strength. It's just trying to get him bigger and stronger.
Your scheme did. Go ahead.
You mentioned him there. You talked about really kind of challenging things or to step up and kind of find a different level just in terms of
yes.
performance. And you mentioned he's had a really good summer.
Yeah.
Where do you think he is, and where do you want to push him to be?
Well, to me, he shows flashes. I mean, he caught Saquon Barkley from behind. Now granted, he was cutting. It wasn't like it was a straight race, but he's a 3 technique. He shouldn't even have been even close to him, And so to me, that was effort and that was athleticism. And so, but he also disappears. And we went through all this together, and I said, we go over, hey, you tell me, what is your goal? What do you want to do? And so I knew what I wanted him to say. And so once he said it, I'm like, okay, this is what you got to do to get there. And I challenged him about his work ethic and then the way he walked into the weight room. His demeanor. Sometimes he'd act like he didn't really want to be there. Now, he'd still work, but he didn't act like he wanted to be there by his body language. And I'm like, if you're going to be a leader, you can't walk in there looking like that. You got to walk in there with the mindset, I'm coming here to work. That affects the people around you. And it obviously affects where you're going to play. And so, but he's always been one of those guys. He's a typical bigger guy that can play hard, and he gets tired, and he kind of up and down. And so it's been up here in the way he's trained. And so I expect him to have his best year. I do. I'll be highly disappointed if he does not, because he's so athletic and he's so strong, and he's got long arms, and from the waist down, he looks like he's got a sprinter's lower body, you know, and so at almost 300 pounds, and he's kept his weight up, which has always been a challenge with him. So I just feel like that he's positioned himself to be a dominant, right? I want you to be a dominant 3 technique in the Big Ten, because they shouldn't be able to block you, because you're so fast you can run sideline to sideline, and that's what I expect him to be. And how about this? So this is a kid who, when we recruited him out of high school, it was us, and he had one AA offer, Alcorn State. That was it. So you start talking about guys, I mean, I don't even think he even had a star. I don't think he had anything, okay? Because it was just, and you know what? He was a raw athlete that had a lot of potential. I knew his high school coach. His high school coach told me, if this kid figures it out, he'll play in the NFL. And you know what? If he keeps doing what he's doing, that's exactly what's going to happen. And so, but that's a guy that wasn't highly recruited and was from a good high school program that was successful, but it was small town Mississippi. Nobody knew much about him. And so we had him at camp at Ole Miss when I was there as an offensive lineman. And I remembered him, and we brought him up on a visit, and we took a chance on the kid. And so he's proven to be a guy that's, you know, very, very valuable to us. So that just shows you sometimes you just got to find those diamonds in the rough, and if they're willing to work and develop, and they can make themselves into good players. So. Yep.
How big was that? Behind one, you didn't have any established.
Not established. No, it was huge. It was huge because I felt like that. We weren't really sure about Antoine's situation, and still kind of see how that plays out. But we just knew we needed to make sure we covered ourselves, and so going after DeMarcus was a big deal. And he was a guy that was a qualifier out of high school, and but played very, very well for his junior college in a national championship opportunity for them, and they were runners up. But I just feel like that we needed to get a big 320-pound guy that could give us some immediate depth, and so we went after him really hard because we felt like, and I think he's got great upside. I think his best football is ahead of him. He's a hard worker. He's strong, and I think he'll play really, really hard. So yeah, he's going to be big for us. He's going to need to come in and play. It could, yeah, because he's got good enough quickness to probably play 3 technique too. So yeah, we'll just based on the situation.
You talked about Caleb Jones being the right tackle, that Coy Cronkway taking him under.
Yes.
What have you seen in terms of advancement from Caleb when he's arrived on campus?
I think he's a different kid. I mean, I promise you, there was a lot of times where he wasn't very fired up about working out, but he was so big, that's hard. I mean, it's laborious, to put your big old body through all that, and I guarantee you it wasn't a whole lot of fun for him. And so until you get yourself in really good shape and you get strong enough to where it's not so laborious, I think it's a challenge, and so I don't think he really had it figured out. But this is the first year where, from a physical